All right, shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory unto Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rechak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles, the elder bishops of Great Millstone, who rule very well, very beautifully. Double salutations to the Akim and her pushing this gospel in truth and in sincerity to the best of their ability, given to them by Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect scattered abroad. May the election of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Lord willing, fall upon your houses. This is Brother Quanah Watts from the Arizona Great Millstone Camp. Come back at you, Lord will, with that fine lesson through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. Lord will, it is edifying. Lord will, it is straight to the point. You know, just recently, I think it was actually yesterday, you know, you had Israel, you know, they attacked and killed, you know, the leader, Hassan Nasrallah, if I said that name right, which is the leader of, you know, Hezbollah, right? Iranian-backed Hezbollah, right? They just killed the leader, right? And this is the immediate response, the next day, immediate response from the Iranian leader. It says right here, death of Nasrallah, Iran's leader calls on Muslims to confront Israel, right? Which is heavy. This is prophecy happening right before our eyes, man. Right, this is major events that are taking place, right? You need to ultimately keep your eyes open, man. Watch and pray, as the scriptures say, right? So true to Iran. But anyways, I'm not going to play the video, but it says right here in this little paragraph, it says Iran's supreme leader, Ayatollah Ali Khamenei, called on Muslims on Saturday to stand by the people of Lebanon and the proud Hezbollah with whatever means they have and assist them in confronting wicked regime, right? It says of Israel, right? So again, you got Iranian leader calling on, you know, Muslim countries to, again, band together or come together, right, to fight against, you know, Israel, right, a common enemy, you know, and not too recently, I think it was, actually more recently, you just had the UN Assembly, right, when Benjamin Netanyahu ultimately showed up, right, to give his speech. You had a large number of leaders of these different countries walking out, right? Which just shows you these people are fucking tired, you know, of the bullshit, man. Right? They're tired of the bullshit, man. And this is, again, this is only, you know, heating up, man. Right? It says Khamenei's call came after Israel said it killed Hezbollah leader Hassan Nasrallah. Right? And again, this is the immediate response of the Iranian leader. This is, again, prophecy, man. Right? It goes right along with the Mazzini Pike plan. Right? It says right here, General Albert Pike, 33rd degree, which is Mason, right? It says, quoted from the Freemason, the organ of English Freemasonry, 19th January 1935. It says, in 1871, Giuseppe Mazzini issued a remarkable letter in which he graphically outlined plans for 3 world wars, right? So this is, you know, again, this is a part of Esau Edom's plan, right? But we understand that Yahweh Bashem El Shai is in control of all things, pursuant to Proverbs chapter 20 and 24, as well as many other scriptures, right? And, you know, one in particular, right, going into Proverbs 21, right? The hands of what is it? Slack it. Let me pull it up real quick. In Proverbs, Slack it, bear with me. Proverbs chapter 21 and verse 1, it says, the king's heart, right, meaning his mind, is in the hand of the Lord, as the rivers of water, he turneth it whithersoever he will, right? So again, even though, you know, Esau, you know, came up with this, you know, quote unquote idea, really it came from Yahweh Bashem El Shai. He put it in his mind to create this setup of wars, right? Which the third war, which we're looking at right now, is the war to end all wars, right? This is the last world war that's going to take place, man, right? It's ultimately going to lead to the destruction, the devastation of America, right? Let's get back to it, right? It says, until recently, right, where it says 3 world wars, it says, until recently, this letter was on display in the British Museum Library in London. Pike added in making this plan known in the U.S. It was a blueprint for 3 wars, right, called the Mazzini Pike Plan. The ultimate goal was eventual world domination, right? Again, Esau, Edom's New World Order. He wants to be in control. So what is he doing? He's pitting people against each other and creating these events where he can, again, come up with some type of solution, whether it be just like 9/11, right? That situation was ultimately planned, and all this information is coming out about how fake this shit was and how set up it was, and what came out of it, right? The Patriot Act, where Esau can ultimately, survey the people, legally, right? He can watch you, trace you, track you, which is all leading to his NWO, where he's, ultimately wants everybody to take the Charagma, which is the RFID micro C-hip, so that way he can be a perpetual ruler over the people, right? So that's what it's talking about. It says the letter outlined 3 relatively simple strategies, right? It called for communism, fascism, and the struggle for the Middle East to foment 3 global wars and at least 2 major revolutions, right? World War I was to destroy the Tsarist government of Russia, right, and replace it with militant atheism, right? World War II would begin by manipulating Great Britain and Germany to achieve a global war, which was done almost single-handedly by Adolf Hitler, right, man? Him, rounding up, the small hats, which is, it's beautiful too, man, because he had a quote, that stated that, these small hats were ultimately, adopting, right, a nigger's religion, which, these small hats, man, they ultimately are imposters. They believe that they are, God's chosen people, but they're not, man, but nonetheless, we'll keep reading. It says World War III of the Mazzini Pike blueprint called for the firing up of the controversy between the Israeli and Muslim world. And again, we just see, right, you have that controversy happening right now, right before our eyes, right? It said they hope that the Zionists and the Muslims would destroy one another and bring the rest of the world into a final conflict. And again, we see this happening again right now, right? Which is, again, prophecy, right? Scriptures talk about how the least of the flock shall draw them out. Let's go to that real quick, right? What is that? Jeremiah 49, if I'm not mistaken. And near the end. Right here, verse 20, Slakia. Jeremiah 49, verse 20 says, therefore hear the counsel of Yahweh, Bahashim Yahushai, that he have taken against Edom, right? And his purposes that he had purposed against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitations desolate with them. So again, this is what's taking place, right? The least of the flock being the small hats, right, are drawing out, the Muslims, man, right? Which Iran being the one to, head the Muslims, right, as we're seeing, they're calling for, all the Muslims to band together. So they're the ones that's setting up this call. They're the direct, ally to Russia, right? The direct ally to Russia, pursuant to Ezekiel the 38th chapter, right? The fifth or sixth verse, which you can go and look that up yourself, right? So with them, ultimately calling for all the Muslims, hey, if there's continued strike, right? If there's continued strike on any of these Muslim countries, and Iran has to get into it and, whatnot, what's going to happen? Again, automatically Russia is going to get involved, right? Because as it says in Ezekiel the 38th chapter, right? Scriptures say that, Russia is going to be a guard unto them, right? Meaning Russia is going to come to their defense, right? So eventually this is going to spiral into, all the nations getting involved, man, right? Which again is a part of this so-called plan, which first and foremost is a part of prophecy, right? It says they hope that the Zionists and the Muslims would destroy one another and bring the rest of the world into a final conflict, right? It says the great battle would usher in a complete social, political, and economic chaos. To fill the void created by the great battle would come a world government headed by the Illuminati. In the Illuminati doctrine, Lucifer is God and Satanism is heresy. So again, this is all part of prophecy, right? Really, just putting down, right, on a piece of paper, man. Yahweh Shemel Shah putting it on their mind, to write these things down, right? But again, first and foremost, it's prophecy, right, taking place right before our eyes, man, and we just ultimately got to continue to see and watch how this is ultimately going to play out, and I do want to grab this scripture, and we'll close out with this. I just want to point out again a prophecy, right? Esau's plan is ultimately coming to fruition, right? Revelations chapter 11 and verse 14, it says the second woe was past, which is going into World War II, right? The second woe, right? Scriptures talk about it in Revelations, the 9th chapter, right? That there's, the first woe, second woe, and then there, the first woe was past, and 2 more woes are to come hereafter, right? And now, as we're reading in Revelation, the 11th chapter, this is speaking on World War II. So you have World War I, World War II, and now World War III, as it says right here. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So World War III is right around the corner, right? We see it, and call Lord Yahweh Shemel Shah, man. Send up the prayers, man, that Yahweh Shemel Shah ultimately continue to speed this up. All right, we're almost out of here, man, So with that, Lord wills, that define, Lord will sit to the point. I want to give all praise, honor, glory to Yahweh Shemel Shah. Again, double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. Peace, blessings, and salutations be unto the elect. Till next time, I say shalom.